Hello.
Hi.
I'm Adam.
Pleasure to meet you. My name's Taylor.
Taylor, nice to meet you. I'm a student occupational therapist here at Backwoods State. And basically what I'm here to do is, as an occupational therapist, the core is finding out what's most important to you and helping you do that as independently as possible. So why don't you tell me a little bit about why you're here today?
Well, I just started here at Backwoods State, and in general, I'm just pretty upset and also just really nervous about things because of my previous experiences in high school.
Okay, why don't you elaborate a little bit more? What happened in high school that made you feel this way that you are now?
Well, back then, some people didn't like my sexuality. I'm homosexual, and there was a particular group of guys that just really kind of made my life very difficult, and honestly, I'm really scared that it's going to happen again here.
Okay, and how did you respond in high school? How did you respond to that?
I just tried to ignore the situation as much as possible. Whenever I saw these particular guys, I just tried to get out of there. I really wasn't that involved in high school in general, just so that I would be safe.
Okay, and here in college, you're a freshman, correct?
Correct.
And how has that been an issue here yet?
Well, so far, no one's really bothered me about it, but I mean, I'm just so worried that it might happen anytime that just the memories of what happened before are still getting to me a lot.
Right. So how is that affecting you now? How do you feel in a typical day?
Well, I feel pretty tired because I can't sleep that well at night, and also in my classes, I can't really focus very much because I'm just sad and confused and I don't know.
Right, I can't imagine. That's probably very hard for you, especially as a freshman. You're in a new environment, and you want to perform well in college, I'm sure. So sleep is obviously very important. So what types of support systems do you have, both at home and then also here now?
Well, I have friends here that I have met that are really supportive, both gay and straight, which is really great. And then at home, where I live, like not at the dorms, but back at my parents' place, I don't really have any problems at all with my sister and my mom and dad who live there. So that's really great. It's just when I go back home to the town that I'm from, I don't really like going out into public because I know some of those people are still there. They didn't go off to college, so I don't like seeing them. I don't want anything to do with them.
Right, but that's good that your family is very supportive because they're always a phone call away. So if for any reason you ever are feeling extremely anxious, you can always, I'm sure you can always give them a call and they can help you. But since we're here and you're going to be spending a lot of time here, I want to find out what's more important to you, and so we can figure out how to kind of move past this and work through it. So what types of things do you like to do in general?
Well, I like to play guitar, and I like to hang out with friends and go out. I haven't been doing as much of those things recently, just in case someone around here has a problem with gay people and they find out that I'm gay, then I'd have to deal with the whole thing again. So a lot of things I like to do, I just really haven't been doing.
So guitar is pretty important to you.
It is, and that's something that I still do a little bit because I can do it at home. But the things that I like to do out and about, I don't like. I had a job back in high school before all of my problems there started at McDonald's, and it was really good for me to get out there and make money and stuff like that. And I have some extra time now, but I'm too worried to get a job.
All right, well, are you aware of the LGBT group on campus?
No, I didn't know that we had one here.
Well, our LGBT, if you're not aware, stands for lesbian, bisexual, gay, and transgender. And then sometimes they throw a Q and an A on there, which stands for questioning and allies. And it's a really powerful group on campus, and you can find it at almost any college across the United States. And it's just a great group because it's not only just gay people that are in it, it's that allied section as well that are straight people that are advocates of homosexuality and understand what these people are going through and want to be there for them. So it's a really good way to network with not only other people that are gay, which I think would be very helpful for you, especially on campus, but also interacting with straight people who are very accepting of gay people, because you know, you can do things all over campus with these people. You can be involved in any sorts of activities, and it's just kind of a way to bring everyone together in a really safe and friendly environment. So our college does have an LGBT organization, so I would definitely encourage you to get involved with that if it's something you feel comfortable
that
with.
sounds great. I mean, I think something like that could really turn things around for me for the better, so I could get a really great experience here.
Right, and you know, they're very respectful of everyone's coming out process. It's different for everybody. Some people feel extremely comfortable right off the bat just going into a new environment and coming out and being who they are, but you know, depending on what their past is, for example, your past in high school, you had a very rough time, so even though you're in a new environment, it might still be challenging for you to do that. So they can really help you go through the steps and find out what's most comfortable for you in terms of coming to terms with your sexuality. Does that sound like something that you might be interested in?
If someone does try to give me a really hard time, what should I do?
You can reach out to the LGBT group, because they have a lot of resources in terms of how to deal with different situations. For example, you know, in the dorms, because you live in an all-male dorm, not everyone is going to be accepting of who you are, and that's going to be throughout your lifespan. You know, in high school now, when you leave college, there's never going to be a time when everyone's okay with who you are. But what I want to help you with, and what this LGBT support group can help you with, is understanding that that's okay and how to deal with those situations. So you'll be thrown for a loop a lot, and especially in this young age when you are a freshman in college and you're in the dorms with people that are exploring themselves as well. So, but yes, if you ever have any issue, you can always go to the LGBT support group. You can come back and talk to me, and we can talk through this situation.
Well, that's really helpful, and that really makes me think that if I start changing the way I think about it, and just so that, like, if I'm okay with it, then it's like maybe I don't need to worry about so much about what someone might or might not think.
Right. And I really want to emphasize how important something like guitar playing can be, and how powerful that can be, because if it's something that's important to you, and you can be comfortable enough to do that and get back to doing it like you did in high school, it can reduce that anxiety and any of that depression that you might be feeling, because it's something that's important to you, and that's what occupational therapy is about. It's about finding what's important to you and being comfortable doing that independently. So I encourage you, if you ever have those anxious feelings, reach for your guitar, see what happens. You know, are you willing to do something like that?
Yeah, and I think, I mean, hopefully, I don't know, but maybe if I meet people in the LGBT,
That's correct.
then
That's a lot of letters.
then maybe they'll want to play some music as well, and that would be awesome.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, the LGBT community tends to be very musical, so I can almost guarantee that you might find someone that would love to sing or do something. Maybe you can form a band, something like that. And you know, as I said, it's just a great networking tool as well. You can really find people that have the same interests in you and have different stories that they can share about their bullying experiences in high school. Or maybe you can meet someone that had a really great, you know, experience in high school, because that's happening more and more now as well. So how would you feel about doing something like that, like trying to get involved with music again?
Well, I think that I'd love to get involved, because it does seem like when I do pick up the guitar, I do feel a little bit better. And what's making me feel a lot better is just talking to you. Like when I'm at home at the dorm, just things just spin in my head and it just gets worse and worse and worse. But I don't know, I really like the idea of like interacting with people that I just feel safe around.
Right. And, you know, you said that you are having trouble sleeping, right?
Yes.
And that's affected your performance in class?
Yeah, I haven't been doing as well as I'd hoped to.
Right, and that's important to you.
Mm-hmm.
So using some of these tactics like playing the guitar or maybe like joining a sport or something can kind of help you keep your mind off of the anxiety behind maybe you're going to be bullied today or maybe you're going to be discriminated against today, and it can really help you focus on other things like schoolwork and other important things, and may help you go to sleep at night because you just feel better about yourself in general. So does that feel like something that you can do?
Yeah, thank you.
Good.
Very much.
Well, do you have any other questions for me, or can I help you with anything else?
Just let me check the time real quick. Actually, no, I'm good to go.
Okay,
Thank
well,
you very
I
much.
encourage you, if you ever need to talk about this at all, we can come up with more ways to get you out there in the community, in the college community, and get involved in things, and I think you're going to be okay. This is going to be good for you.
Great, I'll be in touch.
All right,
Thank you
great.
very much.
Thank
Have
you.
a wonderful day.
You too.
Bye.